I feel like it's a change in the way that things are being done. There's this stigma that you have to go to school to be successful, but there's so many other ways to not only educate yourself, educate others, like by YouTube or other social media platforms where you're able to help other people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to denigrate education.
Oh, no,
education's, and I'm not saying you are. I mean, education is a beautiful thing, but just like everything in life, it's a matter of being selective and making sure that you see. One of the things that I used to say to my students all the time, and this was not to sound cool, but literally on the first day of every class, whether it was marketing, business, I taught creative writing, I taught rhetoric, I taught communications, I taught digital literacy, digital media. I taught a multitude of courses all under that umbrella of pretty much business communications. But, you know, I want to say this. Every single course that I started, every new class, I would always say this to the students. I would look them all, and I would be my usual dramatic self, but I would look them in the eye and I'd say, I want everybody in this room to think that I'm completely full of beep, right? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't. I'm dead serious when I say this, Jonathan. I wasn't saying that to sound cool. I literally wanted them to not believe me, to not trust me. Why? Because this is what's happening in our education system. Is you've got these people who wear fancy, you know, ties and you know, professorial attire, and they just basically pontificate and basically proselytize in front of the classroom, and everybody in class just nods their head without questioning it. I wanted everybody in my class, the reason I started with that preface, I wanted everybody in my class to verify everything I was saying. Why is it important to know your audience? Why is it important to understand what purpose is? Why is it important to know and be aware of language choices that we make and how that has an impact on our audience? Why do these things matter? Verify. So the thing that I think is more important than anything is critical thinking and critical discernment. We used to teach our young people how to think, not what to think, how to think. That's the key. And so I really pride myself on that. And I think the reason why a lot of people are finally, and COVID has kind of exposed the university system, I think the reason why a lot of people are seeing that their education maybe isn't as valuable as it should be or used to be is because they're being taught what to think, not how to think.
Did you know that we have a Discord server? Come and join the conversation about things like entrepreneurship, monetization methods, YouTube, blockchain technologies, and more. See you over there.